And the cabal of the negatives have targeted some of the most beautiful countries in the world, including Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the United States, different parts of Europe, Germany, you name it. And it's the same program over and over and over again.
Hi, I'm Paul speaking for Free Range with Gail of Gaia. On today's program, Gail and I welcome Amanda NewEarth and Ted Mahr to the program. Now, this is just the abbreviated version, so if you want to see the full video, find the link in the description.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas. And I am very delighted to have with me today Amanda NewEarth, who has been with me before, but we haven't been, done a show for a while. And she's from Australia, so down under, we'll find out what's going on down under. And Ted Mahr, and he is the our psychic and spiritual person that talks to his guides and so on, and we can get some info from them as well. And so welcome, both of you. And Amanda,
Great.
How
nice
are you? And thank you, Ted. I'll ask, it looks like your internet connection isn't that great, or either that or it's mine. I don't know. I'm seeing some red lines, but anyway, you're doing pretty good there, Amanda. So could you tell us anything about what's going on in Australia?
I would actually really love to ask what you have heard about what's going on in Australia. Would you mind telling me what you've heard, please?
I have heard they're on some serious lockdowns, especially in Sydney and Melbourne, but people are standing up too. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. Some are. Yes, it's true. So we've got an entire state of 8 million in lockdown, which is the state I'm in. It's the entire state. So I think the square kilometres are about 400,000 square kilometres in lockdown. So we're under house arrest, basically. That's really what's going on. I think that really what we're just seeing. Sorry, go, Ted.
What's the state you're in? What state?
New South Wales.
Where are you located at? And where?
I'm 45 minutes from the Queensland border.
Oh, okay.
Which we don't tell where we're from because we are such a small population.
Oh, I see.
We kind of be careful.
I see.
I'm 45 minutes from the Queensland border. So I'm actually in a general area where everybody goes over the border for all of their specialist medical care. Up to the biggest city is Brisbane. And you cannot go over the border without a vaccine. That's what they're trying to do now. So we've had a lockdown on that border for on and off for 18 months, back and forth. And the city of Sydney is really in lockdown. It's actually incredible. So we have federal government, which is where we have our Senate and all of that, but it'd be like congressmen, and the head is, instead of president, it is the Prime Minister. Then we have state, which is our premiers, and then we have local government as well, which you would know as mayors and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're called local government areas. So there are so many local government areas in Sydney, and I would honestly say it's where all the alpha males are. It's where all the people who've come and fled wars overseas and have come to settle in Sydney. And so they've actually got them. Basically, you can't even go in your car. You can't go in your car to go for a drive, get some fresh air. So that's quite incredible. You have the military with the police going and checking if you've tested positive, which is ludicrous with what we know. The narrative is just so strong here, the false narrative, I call it. So it's very interesting. Melbourne, well, I know somebody very dear to my heart who lives in Melbourne who did go to the protests on Saturday. And, of course, I know Australians, we're very peaceful people. We will just keep being peaceful and we'll keep pushing peacefully, but they set that whole thing up that you probably saw footage of rubber bullets, and it was dreadful, shooting almost immediately face to face with women, children around. The children were getting pepper sprayed as well. So it actually reflects more on the police, I think, rather than on the citizens, because the whole narrative here is that you're very selfish if you go and do something like that, when in fact it's the opposite. It's actually the least selfish thing to go out and stand up for your people. So we've got a lot of interesting things going on here. That's just a little brief one. So we've got basically Sydney and Melbourne in full lockdown, curfews. You cannot travel outside of 5 kilometres from your home. It's bizarre. We are up in the rural area where I am. We're not meant to travel 5 kilometres out of our own area either, which is impossible because sometimes there's not a shop for 100 kilometres. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So that's all the 3D level. The 3D level is it's actually for people to wake up, as we know. So, yeah, does that kind of correlate with what you've heard?
Yes, it does. It's very sad. Ted's got a different opinion.
Yeah,
that's what I heard, but he may have heard something else, maybe from his guides. I don't know.
And I really thank you, Ted, because it's hard hearing with so much 3D.
Yeah, that's all right, my friend. It's good to see you. How much freedom do I have to say what I want to say?
I would really love it if we did not have any censorship on this one.
If we did not what?
Have any
but
censorship.
I'm talking about Gail's forums. I just...
Yes.
Where will this be published?
What I can do is that we could probably speak freely, but I'll only be able to put up a teaser on YouTube, which is what I've been doing anyway. So what I'll do is I'll take a small, Paul will help me pick out a small segment, and then we'll put that on YouTube and we'll direct them over to Odyssey. Now, I don't know if you're able to get on Odyssey or not, but I'll send you a link to the show, Amanda, and you can do whatever you need to do with it. Okay, I'll give you the full version as well as the short teaser version. It's so hard to try to operate when you have to, I can't say this or I can't say that, or it's ridiculous.
I'm at the end because we're being called terrorists here now. So, yeah. Okay. So I want no censorship. So let's go. Thank you, Ted.
Speak freely,
I time
Ted.
travel, and I have friends in Australia, good friends. And I've had an invitation to go there now for quite some time, but I haven't gone. It's not safe yet to go there. And I'm looking at, I'll be in deference to my host. I'll watch my words that I use. I'll try to sanitize my words. But in about 6 months' time, I think you're going to see, you said that Australians it hasn't gotten violent, where they're peaceful people. Well, you could, in about 6 months' time, you could say that they used to be peaceful people.
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp paste's essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more. And be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. This has been a short sampling of the Amanda NewEarth and Ted Mahr interview on Free Range with Gail of Gaia. To see the entire video, please go to video.gailofgaia.com or find the link in the description. Thank you for joining us.